Alrighty guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we are rebuilding the Los Angeles Clippers in NBA 2K24 until we win a championship. As we all know, the LA Clippers are a really good team in real life. They're dealing with a couple injuries right now. Obviously, Harden's out, Westbrook is out, so a couple of important players, actually huge important players to their team are out. Which had them have starting PJ Tucker and Bones Highland in a couple games. Amir Coffey has had a pretty big role at the team now. Um, at the beginning of the season, he wasn't getting any minutes, and he almost got traded to the Wizards, if you don't remember, in that three-team trade where Brogdon was initially supposed to be a Clipper, but obviously those talks ended up, being nothing anymore. But Coffey has had a pretty big role at the team, really good three-point shooter, and yeah, I haven't rebuilt the Clippers in a long time, so I'm gonna rebuild them until you win a championship. So. Take a look at the rotation. Obviously, we got Harden, Norman Powell, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Vincent Zubac, Terrence Mann, Mason Plumlee, Amir Coffey, and Bones Highland, with Daniel Tice as well. So PJ Tucker not getting any minutes. Which that's how it's probably going to be to 72 overall. No point of playing him at the moment. He doesn't really score that much. We all know. I guess his defense is okay. I don't know if he's still the elite defender like he was with the Miami Heat, but that's fine for now. When Westbrook comes back, that will most likely push Valentine out of the rotation. But I will see you guys at the end of the season. We're 42-24 right now. We're obviously going to make the playoffs, but can we stay healthy? Or, I mean, not stay healthy. Can this conclude to the playoffs? It never concludes to the playoffs. So let's see what we can do. Luka Doncic ends up being your MVP. And we all know how the rest of this goes. Basically, just the same thing. So All NBA first team, All NBA second team, All NBA third team here. So I'm gonna try my absolute hardest here to get a championship in LA. At least the Clippers. So Kawhi making an all defensive second team. I don't see Paul George, and we didn't have any rookies play that much. So take a look at the standings here. We finish off as the fifth seed. We got to play the Pelicans. So the Pelicans have obviously have gotten the Clippers problems. So it'll also be an interesting matchup here. We got 23 from Kawhi, 22 from Paul George, 17 from Harden, 13 from Norman Powell, 11 from Russell Westbrook. He is fully healthy and back for the playoffs. We got 11 from Vincent Zubac, 8 from Terrence Mann, 7 from Bones Highland, and 6 from Mason Plumlee. So Westbrook is back for the playoffs. I am gonna shrink our rotation down to I feel like a 9-man rotation for now. That does kick out. Bonetown was pretty good. He's playing pretty good. That does kick out Amir Coffey out of the rotation. Daniel Tice here, span. These guys still getting minutes. We might shrink it. Since we're already playing a couple of centers right now, I'll run an 8-man rotation. So we got to play the Pelicans. So can we beat them? Simulate current round against the Pelicans, and we're going to lose in 5. So honestly, that would not be a good sign. Heading into the offseason, losing the first round. But do we read this offseason going to be really important? Do we re-sign Paul George? Because Kawhi, we all know they extended. Do we re-sign Paul George and James Harden? And we have Russell Westbrook also. There's a lot of things we have to worry about this offseason. So this will probably be a long offseason, but I definitely think it'll be worth it. So heading into the draft lottery here, I'm pretty sure we don't have a pick. We might have like a second round pick. We probably don't have a first round pick. At least I don't think so. And we have a second round pick from the Pacers. So James Harden is a free agent, 34 years old. Even if we let him walk, we still wouldn't have that much money to sign someone else. I don't think so. But not gonna. We might have to let one of these guys go. Now that I think about it. But we have Norman Powell, Terrence Mann. We'll figure it out. So I feel like Tyronn Lue would have to be fired, not gonna lie, if you lose in the first round again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fire Tyronn Lue. I know some Clippers fans probably don't like him that much anyway, but Tyronn Lue is I just fired him. So see some other options like Jacob Underwood, Michael Stauffer. I think we saw Michael Stauffer, man. To be honest, he's one of the best head coaches I've ever seen, at least in 2K. So I'm going to see if we're going to overpay on a guy like him and then bring him in to be our new head coach. So obviously, he's the most overpowered head coach, Michael Stauffer. Welcome to Los Angeles, I guess. And then we can sign Jacob Underwood if he can be an assistant head coach. That's great. So our coaching pool is pretty good. A wing whisperer would be great. So that's the first thing, firing Tyronn Lue, and then we can just grab a wing whisperer. And I will see you guys in the draft. We could make a trade, but I don't really see anybody we could trade right now. All right, so hopping into the draft here with obviously pick 43, DJ Wagner's here. I see Riley. I see Mark Mitchell. Be honest, I'm just gonna go with the best call. We got a lot of guards. I'm just gonna take DJ Wagner. Who cares at this point? And then probably not gonna. If nothing, he'll most likely be in a trade. Paul George is gonna decline. Russell Westbrook is going to decline. Joshua Primo. I mean, I guess we'll accept it. Why not? So qualifying offers, we have Mosaic Diabate and Brandon Boston Jr. I would love to bring back Brandon Boston heading into free agency. So the big thing we need to do here, do we resign Paul George? Do we resign James Harden? So they're both free agents, both the main free agents. Brandon Boston qualifying offer. Also, I can come back on that. We can't roll obviously Bones Highland starting, and Kawhi can't have a team by itself. So honestly, and we don't. We have thing we have is 33 million to spend. So we okay. So let's okay. I don't know if this will work, but let's say we resign Paul George, right, and then maybe sign sign a guy like Tyus Jones for obviously with the leftover money, and then we can maybe fill out the rest of the roster with just elite role players. Could do something like, I mean, I'll see if we can do that, but Harden's most likely going to get signed by the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-sign Paul George. That's what I'm going to do. Let's say it's like kind of on the range of Kawhi's contracts, like a 3-year deal. Does Kawhi have a player option at the end? I mean, it probably wouldn't matter too much. So yeah, a 3-year deal I'm going to offer Paul George. Let's offer him a 3-year contract. And just trying to lower it as much as I possibly can. So that's the contract for PG. And then Harden, I'm going to see if I can keep you until moratorium is over, just in case. So, obviously, we're probably not going to have the money to bring back Plumlee, and Russell Westbrook. So, I mean, not really point of winning on them. So James Harden is starting to get off some other teams. So I think we might have to offer him a contract soon. Can we? I'm gonna see if I can wait one more day on it, and he is actually gone. So honestly. I mean, we still have the money to sign somebody else. I was gonna re-sign him, so I'm probably gonna bring him back either way. But right now, this is just a test, just to see. So Harden, I'm probably gonna bring you back either way. So Paul George is re-signed. Can we sign somebody else? Wow, can we? No, we can't. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna get James Harden back on the team. We're just gonna roll with that. All right, so James Harden is back. Act like I re-signed him because I was going to anyway. I just wanted to see something just in case. So James Harden, welcome back to the Clippers, and then Bones Highland will be the backup point guard this year. We will have Norman Powell, Terrence Mann. We'll have Paul George, Amir Coffey. The man who we're missing is like a power forward, in my opinion, and a backup 5. So what I want to do is I kind of want to get just a good wing defender off the bench. Right now our bench is not really the best right now. So let's see. So Cameron Payne, Edmund Sumner, Kyle Anderson, and Metu. Those are the best options and best position. So what we're probably gonna do is we're probably gonna re-sign a guy like Mason Plumlee. So Mason Plumlee be the guy we re-sign. I'm gonna give him like a 2-year deal for Mason Plumlee, so he'll be a district format. And Russell Westbrook, honestly, if you're still here, can I offer you a contract? And no, we cannot. And so we don't have the rights to him. So maybe we can wait on day 12. We have like $6 million to spend on day 12, so maybe we could do that. Maybe bring someone in for $6 million, and then we can sign somebody for like a minimum. So that's probably what I'm gonna try and bank on here. So it's Westbrook still here because he would be a great guy to bring back on like $6 million, and he's probably not gonna say yes to that. So no more Westbrook, sadly. So we have Bones Tyler anyway. So shooting guard position, I still kind of want to fix that up. So either like a backup forward off the bench. That's mostly what we're needing here. So LeBron's here. We'll be topping. Chua, Dario Sarge, Grant Williams is not here. I thought I saw, but no, that was Patrick Williams. So Caleb Martin and Simone Fontecchio, two guys are that is on my radar right now. Sadiq Bey, probably not gonna be able to sign him for 6 or 5 million. No. How about Isaac Okoro? No, he would have been great too. Royce O'Neal will be actually an interesting option in my opinion. So Royce O'Neal is up there, and honestly, he would kind of be he's exactly what I'm looking for. So honestly, Royce O'Neal for 5 million does not seem pretty bad. So 1 year, 5 million deal. Now we can sign somebody for like a minimum. It can either be a backup power forward. So let's see. So minimum contract, can we offer that to Caleb Martin? No, we can actually he might sign a minimum. So now that I think about it, we can't either get Caleb Martin on a minimum. No, he's not gonna sign that. How about Simone Fontecchio on a minimum? What does he say? He's not gonna sign that either. So Kyle Anderson would be our best get, which he might actually go up at small forward now that I think about it. So Did I offer him a contract? I don't think I did. So Kyle Anderson, where'd you go? I have to offer you a contract 'cause I don't think I actually did it. So where's Kyle Anderson? Where did he go? Kyle Anderson. Yeah, so actually he's a small forward, but whatever. So we can just sign a power forward now because I think I just signed one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sign probably Chiminzi Metu, two of them. So not the best options. So Royce O'Neal and Chiminzi Metu, welcome back. Jordan Miller, Jose been in Boston. His player progression will look terrible. Obviously, it's damn that looks bad. Okay, Kawhi's down, Paul George is down, Harden's down, Bones Howland's going up. Norman Powell's going down. Mason Plumlee. This looks bad, man. All right, so we're gonna do. Probably gonna look to get a shooting guard upgrade, in my opinion. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to make some trades here. So I'm gonna try to get a better starting center at the moment, and I'm gonna see if I can get a better starting two guard. And I have the perfect options in mind right now. I'm gonna see if I can acquire Herbert Jones from the Pelicans for just Terrence Mann, Amir Coffey, and a second round pick. And they're gonna want a first round pick and also a pick swap. Jordan Hawkins in return. Um, I mean, I'll be okay with trading the pick swap, but I just don't know if I can really trade two firsts for Herbert Jones. So I'll trade the pick swap, but let's see what they say. They agree. So we get Herbert Jones. Trade another first round pick, which sucks, but it'll definitely be worth it. So Herbert Jones, as an addition, 25 years old, elite defender, really good three-point shooter. He'll be a great addition for this team. So that helped us out a little bit. After deadline, I want to use Norman Powell's contract to make a trade, and then at the deadline, we'll also get a better starting small forward. So we'll probably have to cut Spotty because I think we have too many players on the team. That's whatever though. So like I said, at the deadline, we're gonna make some big moves here, and I think I have some interesting moves we could pull off. Definitely. Rotation is James Harden, Herbert Jones, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Vincent Zubac, Royce O'Neal, Bones Highland, Norman Powell, and Mason Plumlee. So like I said, the bench is pretty terrible. I'm gonna run a 9 rotation. Why are we running so deep of players, man? It's no point of doing that. So yeah, that'll be it. Most likely we can send DJ Wagner to the G League if we need to. 9 rotation. I'll see you guys at the deadline, or maybe even before that to make a trade, because we're definitely gonna need it. Hopefully we can be at least above 500 at the deadline, because you know how bad older rosters are in 2K. So we're stopping at the trade deadline. And like I said, I want to make at least 2 moves here. Right now, we're surprisingly good. We're 41 and 11. As I didn't expect us to be this good, but yeah, we're really good. So next year we're most likely trade James Harden as well. So honestly, I feel like we're planned out. We're planned out definitely. So Zubac should be the guy we have to trade. 11 million. He's not having a bad season. He's not doing anything wrong by any means, but there are just better players out there than Zubac, man. He's a free agent next season, so I feel like we should take advantage of that. 27 years old. He's averaging 12 and 11 and a half rebounds once again. He's really good, not doing anything wrong, but I feel like there's better options defensively and maybe you can say offensively. So let's take a look at the center. So as that caught my eye was Jared Allen, 26 years old, and the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers were not in contention mode; they were in selling slash rebuilding mode. So Jared Allen would be available. He's averaging 13 points per game, 12 rebounds, and 1 block per game. And they showed some hint to them trading Jared Allen, so he can be an option. Kristaps Porzingis, I want to see how the Celtics would give him up though. So Ron Austin was the Atlanta Hawks here. If they were willing to trade Clint Capella, but Miles Turner is also an option. They have a lot of centers as it is right now, but he's still expiring, so I don't really see the point. And then one other option I had in mind was, where was he again? Yeah, where was he? Who is it? I forgot, but I think that was only the option. Actually, now I think about it, that was the only option. So the guy that honestly stands out the most to me was Nick Claxton. It was Nick Claxton. So Nick Claxton was the guy that I would love to get. In my opinion, he's on a big contract. Yeah, and that's not a good thing, but he's making a lot more money than Zubac. That's the problem. So we would probably have to include maybe like Norman Powell in the trade. So it'll have to be Zubac and Norman Powell to get us to match up to it, and they have to give me like a minimum contract guy. So that'll probably not be able because I want to use Norman Powell's contract in another trade as well. So that's what I'm kind of leaning towards. So Nick Claxton, even though he would be really great, we can't get him sadly. The Clippers had a chance to get him in the draft. They decided to take somebody else. Forgot who that was, but Anthony Davis is here. But like I said, I kind of want to go after Jared Allen. So Jared Allen would be a great addition to Zubac. And we have $5 million in trade. So And it'll probably have to be Royce O'Neal. It matches up the contract kind of perfectly, but he's having a good season, 6 points per game. I mean, the efficiency is pretty bad, shooting only 31% from three, but you can't tell me how much he means, how much a good role player is. I'm gonna try and keep him out the trade. So Brandon Boston, and then a minimum contract in there would probably have to be Kobe Brown. I'd be willing to do this trade here where basically we're getting Nas Reed, a really good center right now. He's averaging 20 on that per 36, 16 points per game, shooting 37% from three. We all know how good Nas Reed is. So Norman Powell, Jordan Miller, and a first round pick for Nas Reed, which they are going to decline, which is fair. Second round pick. They want Chiminti Metu. We'll get Drew Eubanks in return. So we basically getting Nas Reed for a first round pick. Um, I feel like Norm Powell, he's even though he's having a really good season, 11 points per game, 45% from three. I just feel like Nas Reed would just be a way better addition to get. So I'm gonna actually do this trade here. That does now that we have, Zubac, we have a lot of centers now. We have a lot of big men. So Zubac, Eubanks, and Plumlee now. So that kind of makes Zubac more expendable, in my opinion. Not doing anything wrong, in my opinion, but he's averaging, a solid 11 and 11 on the season. So, I mean, not doing anything wrong, but um, I don't want to get a better one, not gonna lie. So maybe we can look around the league. Bagley, Draymond, DeAndre Ayton, not really any great options, obviously. Siakam Pearl is only having a better season, so even though I haven't traded for him in a while, so Miles Turner would be a really good option. But he is an expiring contract too. That's the thing. So we'd have to win the championship now. So Gafford, Lively, um, Wendell Carter, Jalen Green. I mean, not Jalen Green. Jalen Duren. So Anthony Davis, obviously not going to be obtainable. Mitchell Robinson, 9 points per game and 10 rebounds wouldn't be terrible as a bonus. Walker Kessler, Mark Williams, Bam Adebayo, probably not going to be obtainable as well, or not that much, that realistic, obviously. But I mean, is Bam even available for a trade? That's the thing. Is he's probably not even available for a trade. So Bam Adebayo is not. Or he is. What the heck? So Hero, Bam, and Rozier are all available. I don't have the contracts to match him anyway, so it's no point. So you probably have to trade for someone in the range of like 10 to 15 million kind of contract. So not really anybody I'm concerned about. So I'm okay with just running it into the playoffs with this team. Nas Reed really helps us out and really good anyway. So no point of rushing anything. So we got Harden. As you can see, Herbert Jones, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Zubac, Nas Reed, Bones Highland, Royce O'Neal, and Drew Eubanks. So one thing we could do is maybe we could get a backup center. I mean, a really good one. So Looney, I see that pops up. Deke Naji, Daron Sharp, 77 overall, 8 points and 9 rebounds off the bench. We're on trade a first round pick though, so I don't want to do. G Jackson is here. Not really what I'm looking for. So either Paul Reed, which is he's averaging 8 points per game and 8 rebounds, and Kevon Looney, he's averaging 7 points and 8 rebounds. So Paul Reed is younger, so I think we go for Paul Reed. We also get a guy named Reese, so we should help us out. So Paul Reed, welcome to the team. That'll be our last big addition. Paul Reed. So Paul Reed, and then your bench will be Nas Reed, Paul Reed, Bones Highland, and Royce O'Neal. I will see you guys at the end of the season. See, we finish off as the 1 seed, but can this conclude to the playoffs? We got Minnesota, so Tyrese Prosper, Anthony Edwards, McDaniels, Cat, Gobert, Gary Trent. Obviously, we stole Nas Reed from them. They now have Norman Powell, but we have the same rotation, obviously, but heading into the player stats here, we got 21 from Paul George. So yeah, the player stats basically, yeah. So 21 from Paul George. We all know how the rest of them went. Nobody really scored over 20 points. 20 from Kawhi. 16 from Nasri, 15 from Bones, 15 and 12 from Zubac. So Minnesota in round one. Please, man, please, we are going to sweep them. Get Oklahoma City, man. So Shea, Giddy, OG, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren. We are going to take game one, though, so great start as well. So can we go up 3-0, though? That's my question. So 1 minute to James Harden or Paul George, whatever, sure, we'll do it. So can we lead the series or go up 3-0? Honestly, that would be generational if we could do that. But on Oklahoma City, they're not going to allow it. Obviously, a way younger team than us. We're gonna lose, so 108 to 132. That sucks pretty bad. Let's go. We're gonna go up 3-1. We're gonna go up 3-1. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing in one more game, and we beat Oklahoma City with the Clippers, man. With the Clippers. So let's do it, man. Let's do it. Harden's having a pretty good playoff series, but let's see if he can beat the Thunder. It's in Los Angeles, so can we beat them, man? Let's see. And Oklahoma City, can we come back? Can we come back in it? Can we come back in it? No, we cannot. So 112 to 101. Alright, I'm gonna need some more scoring from our guys. I'm gonna need more scoring from Kawhi. His tendency is low. That's the reason why he probably wouldn't score that much. So Kawhi, I'm gonna need more scoring. PG, I'm gonna need more scoring because our guy's scoring 19 points. But can we go ahead and beat them in 6? So can we beat them in 6? Let's see what happens. Um, it's looking like we are going to go ahead and lose. So, Thunder might have our number here unless we can win this game, which I have a pretty bad feeling about this, man. Pretty bad feeling about this game 7. So, game 7's in Clippers. It's in Los Angeles, man. Let's not lose. Come on, we're so close to beating the Thunder, and just like that, we're gonna blow a 3-1 lead. I'm not surprised. We're the Clippers. I'm really not surprised. We're the Clippers. Um, but Thunder are going to go on to win the championship, so I guess I'm not too disappointed, which I am, because we could have won. No James Harden, no anybody retiring. It's important for us. So, all right, what do we do, man? What do we do to make this team better? So, do we trade Kawhi? We trade Paul George? We trade Harden? I think it's 100%. We have to trade James Harden, in my opinion. So, do we have a draft pick? No, we do not. We only have one pick. It's pretty crazy. So the direction of the team is not good at all. So we might have to look for Officer James Harden. It's probably what we're gonna do. It's Rozier or Monte Morris. Offers are gonna look pretty bad. Like I said, we're only getting 4 offers. Teams that are interested in Harden. So Bradley Beal, McCollum, and Jalen Valanciunas. I guess at this point that would not be a terrible trade, but they're both 33, man. I don't know. I'll put my own trade together for James Harden. This Sacramento Kings will say yes this, but like I said, I'm trying anything I can to get better. So James Harden and Kobe Brown for De'Aaron Fox. Doubt they agreed to it. We just got De'Aaron Fox. Why did they agree? Okay, I'm not looking to ask. We got De'Aaron Fox, whatever. So that should definitely help us out, definitely. So we now have a big 3 of Kawhi, Paul George, and De'Aaron Fox. I mean, that's a W. All right, re-signings time. So even if it's a Zubac, I'm gonna bring you back. We're gonna have to pay these guys a lot because I want to win a championship. So Nas Reed, and then so we bring the 4 of those guys back. This point, man, Brandon Boston. I'll be want to bring you back as well if you want to sign contract with us. So I mean, 6 million for like 2 years wouldn't be a terrible contract. So Brandon Boston. So you guys, welcome back to the team. So we now have De'Aaron Fox, Bo Highland. I'll keep that point rotation the same. I just can't believe we got De'Aaron Fox for James Harden, man. But yeah, Herbert Jones, we got Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and Vincent Zubac. Only thing I would say we might need to upgrade is the starting center position. Zubac is not bad, so after the deadline, I'll explore it. Paul Reed, we'll have Kawhi, Nas Reed. So only thing we need is really a backup shooting guard and a backup small forward. So Terrence Mann, I'll be okay bringing him back from to be the backup to Royce O'Neal. So man, is he going to resign? Yes, he is. So Terrence Mann, honestly, he's a decent player, not the best. 4 points per game, 26% from threes. He might even have to move on for him in a minute as well. So do we need Brandon Boston? If he can develop to be the backup small forward, that'd be great. Your coffee here, trade up to the Pelicans. But I see Royce O'Neal there. But like I said, Brandon Boston, I put him in the rotation. He averaged 6 points per game, 42% from three. He's ready to take that jump, in my opinion. Also, I know he's a good defender as well. I heard that, but just in case, I expect him to go down, but I'll bring him back. Why not? So, Shabba for rotation, and then I expect Paul George to be down, as well as Kawhi Leonard, as well as Zubac, actually, but it was fun. Qualifying offers, so PG is down to an 83, Kawhi is down to an 88. Herbert Jones is up, Bones Tyler is up as well as Nas Reed. We have Brandon Boston going up. We have DJ Wagner, Dixon Nix, Mosaic Diabate, and Lisa Beekman here. So I feel like we have too many players, but we probably do, so we might have to cut 1 or 2 guys, which I'm fine with. It'll probably be either Mosaic. Like I said, I'm gonna try my absolute hardest. We got De'Aaron Fox. Hopefully that should help us out. I'm gonna try my absolute hardest to win a championship with this team. So heading into your rotation, we have De'Aaron Fox, Herbert Jones, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and Zubac. Honestly, right now, at the moment, in 2024, by the time I'm recording this video, March 16th, this would be a great starting five. But now, in year like 2025, I don't know. But honestly, if Paul George and Kawhi can at least average 18 points per game, that would be great. Nas Reed, Bones Allen, Paul Reed, Royce O'Neal, and Thier, man. Sure, we could run a 10 rotation to get man in here, but in my opinion, I kind of want to play Brandon Boston over Royce O'Neal. I know he's kind of or actually, I guess we'll leave it. We'll put him in rotation later. Not the deadline. I'll explore offers for Terrence Mann, and then we should be good, man. We should be a good team again. Going all in, man. I'm going all in. I'm trading 2 first-round picks for Jared Allen, our last first-round pick for Jared Allen. I'm going all in, man. I'm gonna keep saying I'm going all in this offseason. I'm getting Jared Allen, like I said. I'm not gonna be here for the future, so I'm just gonna do this trade. Like Magic Johnson says, he's not going to be here for the future. I'm not either, so I'm trading these 2 first-round picks. I'm going all in. Let's get Jarrett Allen, and they're going to do Jarrett Allen, trade Zubac for you. Can you bring us a championship? Hopefully, with our new team now. And if we don't win this year, Paul George will have to be traded, and then we'll go one more year on it with Paul George traded, and then maybe Kawhi too. So Kawhi and Paul George, if you don't win this year, one of these guys will be traded, maybe even both, but. Fox, Herbert Jones, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Jared Allen, Ozzy Bones Allen, Paul Reed, Royce O'Neal. I was playing Brandon Boston over him. He was actually fired in the rotation. So that'll be nice. Then I will see you guys at the end of the season here. I'll send these guys to the G League 'cause they're not getting minutes. And then, yeah, so I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Michael Stauffer is your coach of the year, 16-22 on the season, man. Let's win it. Let's win it all. We weren't the first seed, we're the second seed. So, I'm CJ McCollum, Dyson Daniels, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, Jonas Valanciunas, and Markel Fultz. So let's see what happens. But yeah, so we got New Orleans in round one. Can we beat them? We are going to sweep them to play San Antonio in round two. So Blake Wesley, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson. So Wimby is the main factor in this series, obviously. So we got Jared Allen for a reason. We got Jared Allen match up with Wimby in the playoffs. So he ended up playing really good. Forgot to show our player stats though, but we had about 23 from De'Aaron Fox, 17 from Kawhi Leonard, 16 from Paul George, 14 and a half from so at this point, man, Kawhi and Paul George are role players. 14 and a half from Bones, 14 from Nas. We had 12 and 14 from Jared Allen, 8 from Brandon Boston Jr., 7 from Herbert Jones, 6 and 6 from Paul Reed. So up the rotation a bit. We might shrink the rotation. Royce O'Neal's playing. I meant to play what's the name instead. I'm shrinking the rotation down. Royce O'Neal won't be getting any minutes. Only 4 points per game. It shouldn't really hurt us that much though. So Royce O'Neal. So Paul Reed. So our bench will be Nas, Bones, and Paul. So against San Antonio, hopefully we can stop Wimby and we're gonna get swept. Dang it, I thought I put together the best team around Kawhi and PG, but I'll run it back one more year. I feel that's pretty fair in my opinion. So I'll run it back one more year. LeBron retiring. He finally retired. I feel like he retired a lot, you know, earlier than this. But why not override it? Why not? Let's have him until 42. At this point, man, why not? We got Harden retiring. I traded him obviously for De'Aaron Fox. Bit of a younger option, so I don't want to fire Michael Stauffer, bro. I just don't want to. But I mean, getting swept in round two. I mean, is there any other options? Like, he's the best head coach I can find. Nick Nurse, I mean, he's kind of, and then Quinn Snyder. Oh, this thing, like, what if we don't get them guys? What if we don't get them guys? And most of them already have offers, so I'm not going to do it. I'm going to keep our really good head coach. So, we don't have a first-round pick. I traded our last first-round pick for Jared Allen, so we're probably not going to have to trade Paul George this offseason. So, what offers we get for Paul George or Kawhi, I have no clue, but, why not try? So, Jordan Poole, wow, these offers are really, really not good. I'll put together my own trade. So better offers are there once we pass free agency and stuff like that, qualifying offers, free agency. So once we're in free agency, a lot better offers come to the table. So let's see. Actually, do we have any money? We do not. So I'll say Luka Doncic. But we'll probably have to dump Kawhi and Paul George to do that. I said like 100 million. So we're just gonna try Kawhi, Levine, Desmond Bain, Trey Young, Bam Adebayo, ooh, Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller, we trade Herbert Jones. We get Brandon Miller for Kawhi Leonard. That strikes. That strikes as an option for sure. That might be my best offer so far, getting Brandon Miller on the team. Can we trade Paul George for Brandon Miller, though? Okay, now as you can see, it just shows Nick switching and Grant Williams. So, can we get if we can get Brandon Miller for Paul George, I'm all in. I'm actually all in for that. So, see if we can do a swap here. So, Paul George for Brandon Miller. Fair enough, they decline. Um, who else can we throw in there? Who else can we throw in there? Who else can we throw in there? Uh, Man, maybe, and then we can throw a second. So it'll have to be Kawhi for Brandon Miller. Um, do we trade Kawhi for Brandon Miller? I definitely think we do. I definitely think we do it. So Kawhi will be heading to the Charlotte Hornets for Brandon Miller. We get Nick Jr. I'm gonna try to keep Herbert Jones out of the trade. We trade Terrence Mann instead. They want Brandon Boston in a second. They'll give me a second. So we'd have Brandon Miller and Nick Jr. We get to keep. We traded Brandon Boston. A nice depth piece though. Do we want to do this? 8.5 points per game, 41% from three. Defender as well. Swap second round picks. We get an earlier second. We get Brandon Miller. Or do we just want to trade Herbert Jones? I think I'll do it, man. I think I'll do it. We get Brandon Miller. We trade. So Brandon Miller, welcome to Los Angeles. We also shed a lot of money doing that as well, so that should definitely help us out. Brandon Miller. Now we have to trade Paul George. I don't know where we're gonna where we would trade him to, but I'm gonna see if I can trade Paul George as well to a team. So with that, do we have any money now? We're 63 million away from signing Luka Doncic. So if we did, let's say we dump Paul George and sign somebody for agency. Is there anybody who is so it's Paul been care restricted? Yes, he is. That sucks. So he would have been actually amazing now I think about it. So Shane Sharp is he restricted? Yes, he is. So the guys like now, so Jonathan Kuminga would not be terrible. We can swap. We can Kuminga 19 plus per game, we could turn him into a star here, which that wouldn't be terrible. So we trade Paul George, we dump Paul George off basically. And then we sign somebody for agency, which wouldn't be terrible as well. I just realized we have to re-sign De'Aaron Fox. So most likely I would trade Paul George for a power forward. That's kind of what my feeling is right now. See if I can trade Paul George for Keegan Murray, and they're close to agreeing to it. Maybe if we throw a guy like maybe Small Fontecchio, actually they can't even take Small Fontecchio on, so they're actually so close to agreeing to it. The second get it done, no it doesn't. We have to trade. We have to trade Josh Richardson, and then they give me Colby Jones. That help? No, it doesn't. It doesn't help at all. So. Wow, okay, I didn't expect us to do this, but we just got man, okay, so we just got Keegan Murray. We just got Keegan Murray, man, for Paul George. Basically trade was Keegan Murray for Paul George. We're getting a familiar friend back in Kobe Brown as well. So Kobe Brown, we have a lot of forwards in the team. All right, so that should help us out definitely. Keegan Murray at power forward, Naz Reid, Fontecchio, and then we can move one of these guys to small forward if we need to. So I'll most likely release one of you guys or trade one of you guys for something. Small Fontecchio, we can trade you for like a guard. That'd be great. So I saw somebody, I forgot. So, I was getting, we can just dump him off, to be honest with you, for like 2 first-round picks. So I'll do that. We can get some draft capital. And then, yeah, we should be golden after that, man. I'll see you guys in the rotation. Here, so Fox, Herbert Jones, Brandon Miller, Keegan Murray, Jarrett Allen, Nick Jr., Nas Reed, Bones Highland, and Paul Reed. This will be the last year I completely transformed the team. I did all I physically could, realistically, to win a championship for this team. I wouldn't say realistically getting Brandon Miller for Kawhi Leonard at this point, but all right. See you guys at the end of the season, man. We fleeced the Hornets, man. Kawhi went down to 86. We absolutely fleeced the Hornets, but let's see if this concludes with a championship. The final season, we were a really good team. Obviously, we expect that. We had about 23 from De'Aaron Fox, 18 from Brandon Miller, 16 from Nick Smith Jr. We have 15 from Keegan Murray. We have 14 from Bones Allen, 12 from Nas Reed, 11 and 10.5 from Jarrett Allen, 7 from Herbert Jones, 5 from Paul Reed. Houston, round 1. So Suggs, Amin Thompson, Dylan Brooks, Cameron Boozer, Alfred Shenkin, Dylan Harper, Whitmore, Colin Sexton, and Trey Johnson. I just have a really bad feeling about this series, and my bad feeling was right, bro. Oh my gosh, gonna lose a round one. I can't do much more. I can't do much more than what I did to this Clippers team. And that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. Actually, I'll run it back one more year. One last season on this, and then that'll be it. Last season with the second seed. Basically ran it back, like I said. Exact same team, exact same everything. So, I'm in rotation against the Oklahoma City. They're the seventh seed. They're not as good as they were. They're seventh seed. Let's not get eliminated round. I'm out. I'm out. I'm not doing it no more. I'm done. We can't win a championship. 2K hates me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.